Touch the leg and welcome to Tibet this week, where we bring you weekly news edition on Tibet, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Central Tibetan Administration. Let's have a look at today's headlines. His Holiness the Dalai Lama wishes President Droupadi Murmu on her 66th birthday. His Holiness the Dalai Lama leaves for the United States for knee treatment. His Holiness the Dalai Lama congratulates Prime Minister Modi on new Nalanda University inauguration. Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tenphel congratulates Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Office of Tibet-Kathmandu organizes annual Maha Guru Bhumtsok prayer ceremony. Representative Kelsang meets Deputy Minister of Taiwan's Ministry of the Interior. On the occasion of her 66th birthday, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has written to President Droupadi Murmu to offer his greetings and his wishes for her good health, happiness and success in leading this great and ancient country. In the letter, His Holiness apprised India as the world's largest democratic country with the great potential to contribute to global peace and happiness. His Holiness admired India's strength and leadership in the wider world. His Holiness concluded by offering his prayers and good wishes. In the morning of 21st June, the Tibetan spiritual leader, His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, departed for the United States for medical treatment on his knees. Likewise, the leadership of Central Tibetan Administration, including Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tenphel, Sikyong Pempat Sering, Deputy Speaker Thomas Sering Tekang, and others, gathered at the official residence of His Holiness to see him off. His Holiness safely arrived at Teterboro Airport in New Jersey following a brief stopover in Zurich, Switzerland on 23rd June. Upon arrival at the airport, His Holiness received a warm welcome reception from Representative Dr. Namgyel Chutup and Chinese Liaison Officer Chultum Gyaltsen from the Office of Tibet, Washington, D.C. From the airport, His Holiness the Dalai Lama and a motorcade arranged by the U.S. government drove towards the Park Hyatt Hotel, where a large number of devotees, followers and Tibetans lined the road to greet and welcome His Holiness with goodwill messages on placards, auspicious offerings and white scarves and incense in their hands. His Holiness was then received by Sakya Koma Tije Doji Chang Rinpoche at the entrance of Park Hyatt, along with Gyum Kusho, Vishal Jayesh Pai Harsh, Kansal, Radokhen Rinpoche and others. In total, more than 10,000 people and a large number of media personnel from various news outlets attended the reception, making it a large and widely covered event. However, according to His Holiness personal physician and the Secretary of Gandhe Potang, there will be no public engagements except for medical treatment. For a successful medical treatment and speedy recovery, Namgyel Monastery this morning held a prayer session led by Venerable Thamtok Rinpoche at Thekjing Choling Skulakang. Similar prayer sessions are also collectively carried out in the Central Tibetan Administration offices, Tibetan schools, settlements, Tibetan diaspora communities and followers of His Holiness the Dalai Lama around the world. On Monday this week, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has written to Prime Minister Narendra Modi to celebrate his inauguration of the campus of the new Nalanda University at Rajgir, Bihar. In the letter, His Holiness apprised the way the Nalanda tradition presented ancient qualities in terms of logic and reason, which can be readily combined with modern education for a wider benefit of humanity. His Holiness concluded the letter by saying he is encouraged by the growing interest among young people across India and further afield in Asian Indian knowledge and wisdom and its potential to contribute to the creation of a more compassionate world. Khenpo Sonam Tenphel, the Speaker of Tibetan Parliament in exile, extended his heartiest congratulations to Speaker Birla on his re-election as the Speaker of Lok Sabha and his victory for consecutive terms. Speaker apprised his new mandate, which clearly reflects his leadership quality and the confidence entrusted in him, and appreciated his achievements and service towards India over the years commendable. Lastly, Speaker Khenpo Sonam Tenphel expressed his profound gratitude to the people and government of India for their hospitality towards His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan community in India for more than 60 years, as well as their steadfast backing of Tibet's rightful cause. The Tibetan Refugee Welfare Office in Kathmandu, also called Office of Tibet, in collaboration with Maha Bhumtsok Organizing Committee in Kathmandu, organized the annual Maha Bhumtsok prayer ceremony at Seje Tengi Dageling Monastery from 14 to 17 June. More than 1,000 monks and nuns, including Reverend Lamas, incarnate Lamas, abbots and abbesses, dharma teachers and geshes from the 16 different monasteries and nunneries located in and around Kathmandu Valley participated in the Maha Bhumtsok. On the final day of the 4-day Maha Bhumtsok, the offering of 100,000 feast to Maha Padma Sambhava, the gathering prayed and recited Medicine Buddha's mantra for the longevity and well-being of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Tibet House Japan organized an online yoga class to celebrate International Yoga Day on June 21st. Yoga enthusiasts from different corners of Japan joined the class. Geshe Chabu Rinpoche of the Gyaltsen Institute in California conducted the yoga class based on the ancient teaching of Dzogchen. Representative Dr. Tsawang Gebo Arya of the Tibet House Japan welcomed the participants and introduced Geshe Chabu Rinpoche and the interpreter Tageshita Yuri. Rinpoche taught the 9 breathing exercise and the Tibetan yoga practice known as Geksel. Chabu Rinpoche is an accomplished geshe from Mendi Monastery in Dolanji, India. He has written several books and teaches Pön, Dzogchen and Buddhism in the States. He is the founder and spiritual director of Gyaltsen Institute and Chabur Foundation in San Francisco Bay Area, the United States. Representative Kelsang of the Office of Tibet in Taiwan paid a courtesy call to Deputy Minister Soya Mars of Taiwan's Ministry of the Interior, along with Director of the Ministry's Immigration Affairs Division, Lee His-Zan, on 18 June. During the meeting, Representative Bawa discussed the difficulties Tibetans face in obtaining residential permits in Taiwan. He also raised concerns about challenges that Tibetan students encounter due to the Ministry of Education's restrictions on foreign students holding stateless persons' travel documents. Deputy Minister Mars acknowledged these issues and informed that Minister Liu Shenfang of the Ministry of the Interior had instructed officials to assist Tibetans in addressing these challenges. Following the meeting, the Immigration Affairs Division promptly reached out to the Office of Tibet to communicate that the Taiwanese government had approved Tibetan students to obtain student visas in advance and Tibetan residents to extend their residential permit prior to its expiration. That is all the news for this week's edition of Tibet This Week. Thank you so much for watching.